I make some pretty dumb videos on this channel, but it's time to lock in and bestow to you some Sonic knowledge. I've been a Sonic fan since I was born. In other words, I'm very autistic, so I know some pretty dumb shit about Sonic. You might be asking me, what will I do with this knowledge? Well, say a girl comes up to you at a party, just tell them any random Sonic fact in this video, and they'll most likely want to have very naked sex with you. But anyway, I shall now bestow with ye knowledge from thy ancient scroll known as thy Google Doc. In the original Sonic the Hedgehog on the title screen, the logo is off-center by 8 pixels to the left. I think about that every time I play the game now, so if I have to suffer, so do you. People like to shit on Sonic 06 for introducing a human love interest, and hey, I do too, but that was even a conceived idea for the original before the game even came out. This one's pretty well known, but Sonic 3 was split into 2 games, mainly due to a promotion with McDonald's. Happy Meal toys were set to release alongside the game, but they couldn't complete the game in time, so they swapped some levels around and split them in 2. Guess you could say McDonald's is now responsible for one of the biggest Sonic memes. Adding to that, you can tell Ice Cap Zone was supposed to be after Flying Battery Zone, as when you kicked the door down in the end of the level, Sonic would have used the doors in the beginning of Ice Cap Zone. Sonic was the first video game character to ever be featured in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. Now I'm Australian, so I don't give a fuck about whatever Thanksgiving is, but from what I can gather, this parade is huge. It's like a bunch of balloons that float down the street and they broadcast on TV even. In 1993, when Sonic made his debut, he hit a pole and crashed down, thankfully injuring a police officer and even better, injuring a child. The 3DS had an app called the Nintendo Anime Channel where you could watch all episodes of The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and that was where I watched it for the first time as a kid. In Sonic 2, you access debug mode by first clicking up, 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 down, 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 left, right in the title screen, and inputting 19921124 in the sound test, which is actually the set release date of the game in North America. I mentioned this in my shitty Tails video, but in one of the original Sonic 2 prototypes, when Tails got hit by an enemy, Sonic would lose his rings, which is still the stupidest fucking thing ever thought of by... Which is still the stupidest fucking thing ever thought of by any developer. In that same prototype, the end of Act Sign post uses a different design for both Sonic and Tails in the final game. However, Eggman's remains the same. In the 2013 version of Sonic 2, if you fall down this part in Mystic Cave Zone, you get sent to a redesigned version of the originally unused Hidden Palace Zone. There's a Sonic-themed popcorn machine in Japan where you can play a mini-game called Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop while waiting for it to dispense your popcorn. The 3 popcorn flavors are butter, salt, or chili, and the machine is actually referenced in Sonic Mania. There's another Japan-only machine known as Sega Sonic Cosmo Fighter Galaxy Patrol, where you sit in a ship and play some kind of Sonic Galaga clone. I mentioned this in the Sonic Rush bonus video, but I thought I'd mention it again. In the E3 beta of the game, Sonic is a few pixels lower on the victory screen than the final game. In Sonic 3, if you beat a level at exactly 9 minutes and 59 seconds, you're rewarded with 100,000 bonus points. In Sonic 2, there's 4 balancing animations, but only 3 really go used. If you're on the very edge of a platform which triggers the panicked animation and take a light step backwards, you can see the extra frame for a 16th of a second. In Sonic 2's debug mode on Emerald Hill, if you keep placing waterfalls while scrolling right, it will cause the color palettes in the game to mess up, resulting in this weird green and black Sonic that fans call Ashura the Hedgehog. Shadow was supposed to be a cure for AIDS. For more information, look up Shadow gives Sonic AIDS porn. Now, jokes aside, that's a real fact, but you can look more into it. Here's a fun fact. This guy's a fucking idiot, and he likes Sonic 06. Robotnik's original name isn't Robotnik, it actually is Eggman. In the original Japanese manual for Sonic 1, he was called Eggman, but America wanted a more menacing sounding name, thus going for Robotnik. It was later just canonized that Robotnik's his real name, and Eggman's just a nickname. In Sonic Jam, Tails' file reads that he dislikes thunder, which is actually incorrect. He hates lightning, not thunder. He says it right here. The original Godzilla roar was made by rubbing a leather glove covered in pine tar over a double bass. In 2006, there was a fully fledged Sonic X trading card game released. In Sonic 3's opening scene, when Sonic goes supersonic, the color of the little star thing on the tornado changes due to sharing the same palette as Sonic. Every track in Sonic R begins with the letter R. Fang the Sniper's name was originally westernized to be Knack the Weasel. In Sonic CD's sound test, you can input random codes to access secret screens. There was a Tiger Electronics LCD game based off Sonic Adventure, which was lost media for a while. The highest rated Sonic game on IGN is one not many people have heard of called Sonic Pocket Adventure, released for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Sonic 1 was originally supposed to play faster, but Yuji Naka got motion sickness while playing, so they slowed it down for the final release. And to end the video, my favourite Sonic fact of all time, coming straight from cybershell's video. The amusement park Sega World Sydney, which I plan to do a full video on soon and I'll get more in depth into this, hosted a 30-minute live show called Sonic Live in Sydney. The plot revolves around the Death Egg crashing into Australia instead of Angel Island, and Eggman plans to take over Sydney. Man, I'm glad to live in a place Eggman has attempted to take over once. Sonic, Tails, and for some reason Sally Acorn would have saved Sydney from Eggman. The Sonic Live in Sydney show currently actually has no known footage out there and is considered lost media. There was an album released as a CD, which contains the script and originally composed music.
We're right here in Sydney.
Sydney?
Why? Because he wants to control all of Australia.
Australia?
Other than that, some of the music and sound cues are just ripped straight from the Sonic 2 Genesis release. I'm not sure what it is about this that makes it my favourite fact, maybe because it involves where I live. It's just so obscure and random, and I really hope the footage does get found. Thank you for watching, and you better subscribe or else that Sonic balloon might injure you too.
Okay, it's childish, can't be no homegirl dropping like the NASDAQ. Move white girls like this coat up my ass crack.